Welcome back to the channel. We got a good one for you today. We are going to be taking the old steering wheel out, removing all the old wiring, moving all the old shift cables, making room for, I don't know, we'll get to that at some point, but what we got to do is disassemble that stuff right there. So stick around, let's go. You know, there's no telling how many different drivers have been driving this boat. It's a 1959 model, so kind of think about that. I mean, I was born in the 80s. I always think about when I'm working on this thing, like the guy who was putting it together. I don't know if he ever thought about it, 60 years, what somebody would be trying to do with it, but here we are. So, hate to take it apart, we got to do it. All right, first off, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to take out the steering. And so it looks like we got 4 bolts up there. We've got some old wiring we've got to take out. Interested to see if there's any grease in here because it looks like there's a grease zerk right there. But unfortunately, this steering is just not going to work for this boat. If you haven't been following along, this used to be an inboard boat. We have since transitioned it to an outboard, where I built an outboard bracket, put a 150 horsepower engine on it. But unfortunately, wasn't able to find a steering cable that would work with this configuration. Looks like this was the throttle here. We had the steering wheel. I don't know where I put that. It had the old wooden things. If I can find that, I'll try to bring it out here in just a minute. But yeah, it just wasn't going to work. And all the boats I've ever had, I've always driven from the starboard side. That would be the right side, or the passenger side of a vehicle. But on a vessel, that's going to be the starboard side, and 9 times out of 10, that's where the steering wheel is going to be, at least for all the boats that I've ever owned. Deck boat, fishing boat, ski boat, houseboat, you name it. They've always been on the right-hand side. But yeah, we've got to take this out, which has the old steering cable. It runs all the way down underneath here, so we may end up taking some of the floor out again. But we've got a long road ahead of us, so let's get to it. All right, let's see if we can find the right socket. I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be a half. I was right. Now I keep thinking about how many people have actually driven this boat over the years, with it being almost 60-something years old. Yeah. Get another wrench of that. Hold that thought. All right, I'm back. Went ahead and picked up my drill. Let's see. Rust on it. Get to one of these days I'll get multiple cameras so I can have videos of everything in the back too. Work. Works loose. That's fun. Let's go find that. Can't believe that actually stayed in. That was easy. Oh, look at these. Aluminum. What kind of washer deals? Not washer. Can't think of the word right now. You got two. I only got one more. Okay. Let's see. That. Spacer. The word I was looking for was spacer. I hate taking this off, but times have changed. We all know, or should know, the outboard is much easier to replace than an inboard. What you got to do on the outboard is undo those 4 bolts, take it off. Well, that's you got to do all the steering cables and stuff. Once you have that off, put another one on there. Yeah, this thing was locked up. We're gonna have to go get the cutoff tool so we can cut this cable off. Let's go. Actually, before we try and cut that, what I'm gonna do is see if I can't just pull it all the way out. That would be pretty cool if I could. I get lucky here. Here. What we can do is take some of the floor up. We're gonna have to do that anyway to pull it out, so let's take this section out. The reason I did not screw anything down yet is because I want to be able to still get to the floor here. Well, we still had to remove all this, so because it really doesn't make any sense. But put this up. It's pretty easy. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Now we got that out. Let's see. So, one, I really enjoy these PVC floors. They worked out perfect. The other day after Christmas, we took a whole bunch of people out. If you didn't see that video, I'll put a link down in the description. But we took 9-10 people out and had the whole back end filled up with people. These didn't flex any. There's a little small spot in the back where we'll get to it another video later in the series that I'll have to reinforce the floors. But other than that, it worked out perfect. I'm super pumped about that. I never went over about how I bought those floors. I just did a video of me and putting them in, but found a guy on Facebook Marketplace down in Athens, Alabama. Really good dude. Got a really good price on those. Drove down, met him. Actually went with 1/2 inch the first time and then brought them back. They were too flexy. I didn't like them, so I messaged him just like shot in the dark. Hey man, any way that I can go ahead and meet you again and swap these out for the 1 inch, and the guy did. Super nice guy. I can't believe he drove an hour to meet me again, but yeah, I was able to swap those out. Night and day difference between 1/2 inch, and these are 7/8. Some of them are inch. Really hard to get those consistent, but night and day difference between those. So anyway, little tidbit there. Let's see what else we can do here. Let's get stuck. First off, maybe oh no, folks. Thinking this stuff is not gonna want to flex. Let's go. In here first. You know, on second thought, I think I'm just going to get my cutoff tool. We're going to cut this off, cut this in half, and get it out of here. Don't need it. Make it a lot easier. All right, got my cutoff tool. Got my safety glasses. Let's get this puppy plugged up. Light went out. Go time. Bingo bango. All right, so now what we got to do is we got to get that cable out. So let's see if we. Oh, come on, camera, over here. Now let's see if we can take that all the way out. Go, go. Oh yeah, baby. That or over here. Let's see. First block here. Not gonna come through there, so we've got to get those wires out. Might be a little bit easier if I take some of these. Take the water out. But at some point, while I'm sitting here, thinking about making this a little pooper. Go down a little bit further, somewhere to kind of pee, have a little bit of privacy. You can shut the door here. Maybe move it over there. I don't know. I mean, pretty cool. You know, you got the girls on the boat. They gotta pee a whole lot more than the guys do, right? Guys, all they gotta do is, you know, go off the side of the boat. Girls can't really do that unless they're gonna get in the water, but when it's cold, they don't do that, do they? There we go. Been in there a long time, I know. Trust me, I know you don't want to go anywhere. They'll help me remember that screw. Oh man, balloon clips. Ooh. We'll repurpose that for sure. Okay. Interior brown light. Number. Cool. The number 1. I wonder who did that. I wonder if it's the guy that I bought it from or if it's somebody else. Don't matter, it's all coming out. Man, that electrical tape right there is old. It'll show you that stuff sticks around forever. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera here because I haven't looked down. Where's the sting bug? How about that? Multiple sting bugs. I'm just having a party down in there? I reckon so. Sorry. One, two, three, I think we count 4. Zip tied to a bunch of stuff, isn't it? So let's go that way. This way. Oh, this wire is. That's a good copper too. I don't know if it's worth reusing any of that. That's kind of like the house wire. That stuff is. All that's good. That pump off right there. This off real quick in a minute. Take that off right now. Not going to. That's not what we're doing. Swirl. Let's get this stuff off here. Hold out. Let's move the camera. Hey. Oh, that's gonna go. There we go. Pretty cool to use some of this wire in the rebuild, just for nostalgia, as you know. But all right, now we got that out the way. Get that out of the ship. This one. This next one. And now, should be able to get this out. That's the throttle cable. And somebody's already cut that anyway, so pull that out that way. Alright, let's go. Anyway, I might start and take up yoga. I feel like I'm doing here enough. these out. Oh, that makes me happy. Hopefully my mic has been getting me because I had my hat on backwards. Didn't realize that. Bye-bye. Now, let's see if we can get this out. Got a feeling we're not going to be able to. Yeah, baby. Come on. It's stuck right here. Let's move this forward. Well, it seems like it's right up underneath this. That's to here. I really didn't want to take that floor up. Guess we're gonna have to. Alright. Well, it is what it is. Nope. That'll do it. All right there. Let's see. Take bets to see if that's gonna fall on me or not. Go. There we go. Another piece pulled out. Bingo bango. I'll get a good shot of that here in just a minute. I'll just leave that up. That's good. Like that. Go ahead and drop this cable out the window. I'll get that later. Perfect. All right. So now, gotta shift our attention and try to get the rest of this cabling out. Can't see it, I'll get the camera here in just a second, but I need to take my snips and get these zip ties off so it'll go through the hole a little easier. Ba-dum-tsh. All right, I got myself a trash bag, but I did not. It's so cool. I've been wanting to take this wire out for a while now. So let's get in here and see all of these zip ties are. These zip ties look fairly newer. I'm not a zip tie expert, so I have no idea how old a zip tie would be. I do know that sometimes they're brittle. I used to use a lot of them. A previous job that we had, never saw orange ones. We used to white ones and black ones. And there's so much room down here. And one of the things that a friend that was over here was talking about is some of these old boats, like, you know, once you take the floor out, or any boat, a lot of the boats that when you take the floor out, that they're super shaky. This one, all the structure and stability is from these pieces of aluminum, an aluminum frame. You know, it's super stable. So yeah. Two more here. My God. Yeah, I need to put a bilge pump up here. I guess you just didn't want to go away, did you? Wire, it's got the paint on it. Some spacers. Keep that. What the price of aluminum was back in the day as compared to what it is today. I don't know if I'll get around to putting it in the video, but if anybody else wants to drop that in the comments, that'd be awesome. And that makes me happy. So now, damn, see this? This is what they were using. Oh, they used the whole entire galvanized pipe as a throttle? That's crazy. Why? Crazy, why? I guess if it works, right? Gone. Two. It's up to the front. That goes to, or did go to the bow lights. Let's see. probably. Let's see if it'll work. Sorry for the lack of cameras. It'd be awesome if I had an extra camera in here to show you guys all this, but we're not there yet. Wire. I'm gonna get this pump off right here. I'll show you that here in just a second. Cool, man. This boat is awesome. So many different holes up in here. Let's just take a look at what else is in here. I gotta get a throttle. Goes down into this. Works that whole pipe right there. Goes down. And then we've got to get out that pump that was somehow connected to steering. Not really sure what that went to. But we got that. And then we've got a old gas line. Went under there. What's there? Inside of the boat. With more things to get out. Okay, that's it. Firing out. Pile down here. Trash bag for that. Okay, so maybe the pipe wrench. Get that out. It's pretty cool. See? That's hilarious. Okay. 2 pipe wrenches. Let's go grab one of those. Just cut it. That's not going to go through there like that. That's not coming through here. So pipe wrench. I'm blocked in trying to go the other way. Let's see here. Floor up. Really don't want to have to move it. Back. All right. Oh, I got my foot wet finally. Dang it. Dang it. Like wrench. Wrench. grandfather, down here, my grandfather was a plumber by trade. These were not his. I have some of his. They're extremely heavy. These are the lighter ones. How to do this? There we go. The only galvanized pipe I've ever seen in my life that had still open in the middle because it didn't have water in it. Now, how do we do this one? I think we're just gonna cut this next one. Just trying to get that out in a possible way. So this cotter pin off. And bring my hammer. Just going to cut it. Oh, I gotta go to my face. Oops. See. Gotta do one side, that's awesome. Push through there, huh? Dang it. Oh, the water got good. Try it again. Bingo, bango. Solid aluminum. I can reuse that at some point. There. All right, buddy. You're free. You're free. I'll be awesome. I'd have to cut this again. Oh yeah, baby. Like that. I like that a lot. Get that. And over here. There we go. Let's get this out of here. I don't know if there's any way we can do anything with any of this stuff, but we will see at some point, right? You know where it is. Gone. Look at that. All gone. Now let's get that pump out. Good to go. All right, let's get some of this stuff out. Well, this was an old. What was this that we found? That's where that went. The other marionette emblem. Look at that. It's falling down here. The water got it out. Nice. All right. Now, this paper. All right. Let's cut that. That. Worked. Not the safest way to do it, but that's what we did. Oh, I can smell so much gasoline that's down here. Go. Copper tubing. Let's go. Hose pipe goes outside. Oh, okay, so for drain, we'll have a flathead in here. Oh, it's good to know that's drain. Spacers. We're gonna get this pipe out of here, put the floors back in. Actually, we're going to put the pipe out of here. We're going to try to get some of this water out of here. And then vacuum up some of that. This, I think we're gonna call it a day. Yeah. All right, folks, you just got a little bit left down here to pick up, but I think we're going to call it a day on that one. Going to do some editing so we can get another one out here pretty soon, but we'll catch you up on the next one.